Alright, I just got done showing you how to make the flame round. So now I'm going to put that aside. You're going to need a piece of tin foil. You're going to need some kind of bullet. You can make them homemade, doesn't matter. These are 22 pre-pulled bullets. Now this is going to be a lethal round, which will be, it's going to be an exploding round. So what you're going to need is a piece of tin foil. You're going to want to pretty much make a little kind of bowl out of it, like so. So once you have that pretty much a little bowl shape made out of it, as you can see, you're going to want some kind of exploding powder. You can use black gunpowder, you can use various things. Preferably, if you really want to, for an explosive round, you know those little caps at the store you buy, those little red caps for toy guns? You can buy those and scrape the powder out of those and put it in here. Those work good for impact. Well, I got my own pre-mixed powder. Yeah, let's just say it's a bigger boom than that little crappy powder. That little toy powder, it'll blow holes through little pieces of paper and shit. With this, it's gonna blow holes through plastic pop cans and shit. Well, you're gonna want to dump your powder a good size amount. Ooh. After you got it in there, you're gonna want to wad it up into a ball. Now you do not want to use anything electronic. If you're using the impact powder, since you're obviously making an impact round, you do not want to use anything electronic because it can set off the charge, and you don't want to squeeze it too hard, because if you squeeze it too hard, you can ignite it in your hand. So if you got gloves, I suggest you wear them. Me, I don't care, because I'm just a pimp that way. Alright, well, I'm almost finished crimping it. Alright, you pretty much got something that's like this. You're going to want pretty much a little tail into it, so it stops the because when that impact goes off, which is igniting the bullet, you don't want it to ignite the impact, so you want kind of somewhat of a gap between the powder and the impact powder. So now, take it, slide it in your empty bullet. Now you should have something that looks like this. So pretty much, it looks pretty much just like a regular 22 right there, but just a smaller tip on it. So now you got that impact powder wrapped up in a piece of tin foil. Now when you shoot something, so say if you hit something hard, when you shoot this tip will come out and it's gonna hit whatever you're shooting. Say like I shoot this piece of wood, it's gonna ignite and it's gonna explode. Well, that's how you make your explosive round. Now you can make many as you want if you got enough powder, enough tin foil. Now if you are making these explosive rounds, you do want to use protection. If you got gloves, use them. If you have gloves, I suggest you use them. If you have any glasses, goggles, whatever, facial protection, eye protection, use it. Because if you're a beginner and you don't want to lose an eye or fuck up your skin, I suggest you use that. You should use it for any chemicals, but if you're like me, if you've done it enough, you don't need nothing for your hands or your face. I don't need it because I've done this one too many times. But you have your 22 round, you have your non-lethal round, the non-lethal round for whatever you're going to use, and then you have your explosive impact round. Now this impact round will explode, so when you shoot, aim it at something, preferably not a person, because you don't want to kill them, but that's how you make an impact round by zombie. But now let me show you something real quick. If you're going to put that ammunition in a gun, for instance, if you're going to put the ammunition in a gun, like a pistol, you can pretty much put the pre-22 round in there, like so. But if you're putting it in a BB gun, kind of like this, you're going to want pretty much, see that little gap in there? It's just a hair bit bigger than a 22 round. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here's the gun. Here's the 22 round. See, you got quite a bit of room, wiggle room, and it's going to fall right out if you put it in there. So if you wrap it with just a little bit of tape, you're not going to have that wiggle room, and it's going to have that nice tight snug once you push it all the way in. So it's not going to fall out if you point your gun down whatever you're aiming at. So that's a good thing that will keep it in your gun. Not a lot of people will think about that. But pretty much to keep in your gun, wrap it with tape. Don't hurt yourself in trying to make this shit. If you need to know how, I'll make other videos on step by step. I'll break it down a little bit more for you. Where to get powder, where to get the powder, how to put them together. But that's about it. Now, if you were going to make this ammunition, one last thing, if you're going to make this ammunition and leave it pre-made like this, you're going to want to keep it stored in some kind of safe, on a safe section. Because when you have this on the section, you are going to want to make sure it's not going to fall off or something. Because if you're making impact rounds, those could go off when they fall in your safe or whatever. So keep it in something that's not going to damage whatever you're keeping it around, and make sure it's not going to go off. But other than that, you could use something like this. The 22 trays that come in, you could put your round inside this, like so, and you could just put a piece of tape over this top, and it's just going to hold those right there in that place. So that's a good way of holding these in there. Other than that, that's about it. That's how to do it. You can blow up pop cans, you can blow up whatever. Don't hurt yourself and other people. This is done by Zombie. Enjoy.